Okay, let's move to the last one, that is better event tracking. And for this one, well, we have a new feature in GA4 in the setting that is enhanced measurements. So lots of events are automatically tracked. The downside of this is that it's not working very well for single page application sites like SuiteCommerce sites, unfortunately. But yeah, it's a feature that is out there. So yeah, if you're using any other e-commerce platform, it probably will work a lot better. But yeah, I mean, the thing with this is also that GA4 allows us more flexibility to create custom events. And yeah, this is actually what we are doing with our implementations for SuiteCommerce. I'm going to show you here the next image that kinds of wraps up what we started in this webinar with. That is how data was collected in Universal Analytics and how data is collected on GA4 now. You can see Universal Analytics is more session centric. We have the user with multiple sessions starting, and each session has its own page views and events. And in Universal Analytics, the user is the center. The user may have multiple properties, such as the client ID or other properties that we want to associate with him. And everything is an event, and we can set unlimited parameters for each event. Whereas in Universal Analytics, the events had this weird nomenclature and categories that we have to fill, and sometimes it didn't even make sense, like a category, label, action. Now it's much more flexible. Pia, I know that you love this image.
I have to say, I have to interrupt you right here, because I don't think an image, an image speaks 1,000 words. And in this case, you've got on your left Universal Analytics, where you can really see the session-centric universe we were in, right? You have the user, and then you've got all this data that it's filtered out, and it's almost a manual work of us having to try and combine this all together. Whereas on the right-hand side, you've got this step forward that Google Analytics 4 is doing, where it's user-centric, all these words that Cecilia has been saying. And even further, right, with cross-platform checking that you mentioned. If a user is coming in from the mobile, and then it's going to the e-commerce, it should all be under one user. And then you can see all of this information that is going to live under an umbrella of one user. And to me, that is fascinating. I can't get over it, that it's all going to live under one specific person. And the user journey that we're going to get to see, compared to having to piece together something that is coming from Facebook or from a mobile, and having all the different siloed reporting. And you've got all of this in one image that is user living all together. To me, this image is fascinating. And I don't know about the other people attending today, but to me, this image speaks 1,000 words in where we're going with this analytics. So
yeah, for sure.
My excitement here and enthusiasm for this.
Yeah, we get to fully customize your tracking, and your tracking plan will be really enhanced by this new data model. Yeah, the downside of GA4 is that it will need much planification in that sense. But yeah, it's definitely the biggest change, and very exciting for me at least.